What is up, guys? It is RSC6414 here, back with another video. This time I'm going to be reviewing WWE Friday Night SmackDown. The show was yesterday, and I did watch it last night. I just did not get around to doing the review, so I thought I'd do it right now. So let's go ahead and get to the review. Overall, I thought the show was very good, better than an average SmackDown, really good. I really enjoyed it, and with the exception of a couple matches, the rest was pretty good. Let's go ahead and get the review. The first match we had was The Shield versus Daniel Bryan, Sheamus, and Christian. This match was back and forth. Good match, good opener, as usual with The Shield. You can't go wrong with their matches. Back and forth. You saw the finish was when you saw Sheamus was about to brogue kick Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose ducks. Sheamus brogue kicks Christian. And then accidentally, by the way, because Dean Ambrose ducked when Sheamus was about to brogue kick Ambrose. Ambrose ducks. He hits Christian on accident. Then Sheamus turns around. Roman Reigns spears Sheamus. And then Dean Ambrose pins Christian in the ring for the 1, 2, 3. The Shield defeat Daniel Bryan, Sheamus, and Christian. Good opener, entertaining match. I thought it was pretty good to start off the show. As usual, Shield matches are damn good. Next thing we had was backstage. Zeb Coulter was basically lobbying or discussing over with Vicky Guerrero for Jack Swagger to get a title shot. She put him in a fatal four-way match with Rey Mysterio, Kofi Kingston, and Mark Henry later on in the night. She said whoever won that match would be the #1 contender for Big E Langston's Intercontinental Championship. And that match would happen right then. After that, we went to commercial and went right back, and the match was already about to start. We had Jack Swagger versus Kofi Kingston versus Rey Mysterio versus Mark Henry. The winner becomes the official #1 contender for Big E Langston's Intercontinental Championship. This match, another good match, back and forth, exciting. Going in, I thought it was a toss-up, maybe. Mark Henry had a chance since he tag teamed with Big E Langston, and it's only his second match back. I also thought maybe Rey Mysterio had a shot. I mean, it could have gone either way in this match. You didn't really know who was going to win going in. But good, entertaining match, really good. I thought it was probably, in my opinion, this match was one of the best matches of the night. Basically, Rey Mysterio ends up getting hurt in this match later on, we find out. And so I hope he gets better soon in time for WrestleMania, because he's been out the past couple of years due to injury. And Jack Swagger locks in the Patriot Lock. Kofi Kingston has to tap, and Jack Swagger becomes the official #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. I was actually happy. I like Jack Swagger. I've been a fan of his for a while. I'm a fan of the Real Americans. They're always entertaining to watch, with Cesaro, Coulter, Swagger. And I think this gives Swagger some purpose. For a while, he's just been wrestling in a tag team ever since he won the Chamber match last year and lost to Del Rio at Mania. He really hasn't had anywhere to go. Now he's finally getting a title shot. I think a mid-card title shot is what is best for him at this point. And feuding with Big E Langston, it should be good. According to WWE.com, they made this match official on WWE.com. Big E Langston versus Jack Swagger for the Intercontinental Championship will happen at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view next Sunday, so I'm excited for that. And the match in which Jack Swagger won, what I was talking about, good fatal four-way match to determine the contender, and I'm glad Jack Swagger won. I think it's time for him to get another important match. And then the next match we had, the Usos. When I say Us, y'all say oh, Us, oh. And the Rhodes Brothers versus the New Age Outlaws and Ryback. This match was pretty good. I thought it was an entertaining match for what it was worth. Back and forth. The Usos, I think it was Jimmy Uso who got the pin. He hit the Samoan Frog Splash off the top rope on Road Dogg of the New Age Outlaws for the 1, 2, 3, the Usos and the Rhodes Brothers defeat the New Age Outlaws and Ryback, with one of the Usos, I'm pretty sure it was Jimmy Uso that pinned him, with the Usos winning this match and beating Ryback on Monday. I think they're hinting that there will be a tag team championship match at Elimination Chamber. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Usos versus the New Age Outlaws in a tag team championship match at the pay-per-view. That'd be a really entertaining match. I think the Usos deserve a title shot. I think they should have had the belts on them by now. This was a good match. I'm glad the Usos won this match with the Rhodes Brothers. I think we will see the Usos in the tag team title picture very soon, and we may even see them at Elimination Chamber versus the New Age Outlaws in a tag title match, which I think would be pretty damn good, and I think it'd be good to have them in there. So yeah, the next thing we have is Darren Young versus Damien Sandow. Titus O'Neil was a commentary. Damien Sandow was going for the "You're Welcome" finisher. Darren Young counters, pins him, rolls him up for the 1, 2, 3. And Darren Young pulls off the win here over Damien Sandow. I was expecting Sandow to win, but Darren Young won. They keep continuing to bury Sandow, it seems like. After the match, after Darren Young pinned Sandow for the win, Titus O'Neil gets out of the commentary table. He ambushes D. Young from behind. He starts beating him up. Darren Young counters. He gets on top of Titus O'Neil and starts beating him up. Rips Titus O'Neil's pants off. Titus O'Neil rolls out of the ring, and Darren Young, gets the upper hand on Titus O'Neil at the end. So it looks like the Darren Young and Titus O'Neil feud will continue, and Damien Sandow continues to get buried, unfortunately. I think he's really talented. I'd like to see them have him win more matches, but you know, what can you do, really? That was probably just kind of a whatever match, but it was a decent match just for the fact that it continued to progress the feud between D. Young and O'Neil. The match itself wasn't very good at all, to be honest. Too short, in my opinion. And then we have the next match, The Miz versus Fandango. This match was back and forth. During the match, Emma and Santino Marella come out in the match. They come running down the entrance ramp. Summer Rae gets in front of them. She says, "What are you doing out here? You can't be out here. Fandango's in a match right now. I don't want you to be anywhere near it or interfere." Summer Rae slaps Emma after they exchange words. Emma jumps on Summer Rae and starts beating her up. The crowd got a big reaction out of this. This was pretty cool. This is the first thing Emma's really done that was actually kind of good in WWE since she's been in the main roster anyway. She's always been talented on NXT. So it was good to see her do that. Santino Marella, Fandango gets on he kind of looks out. He's talking to Santino Marella. He's saying, "What are you doing?" He tries to pick Santino up. Santino cobras Fandango through the ropes. Fandango gets stunned right into the Miz's skull-crushing finale finisher. The Miz, 1, 2, 3. The Miz defeats Fandango with the skull-crushing finale with the pin and the win. The Miz wins. Good match. I mean, the match itself wasn't very good, but again, another match to progress Emma and Santino and Summer Rae and Fandango feud. So we'll see how this feud ends up turning out. And then the final match, the main event, the wrestlers that Randy Orton has to face continues. All the wrestlers, if you remember, he's faced most of the wrestlers that are going to be in the Elimination Chamber match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Randy Orton has to face all 5 of them that will be going after his title. He's already lost to Daniel Bryan, lost to John Cena, beat Christian, and now he's facing Cesaro. This match was back and forth. Good match. One of the best ones of the night, in my opinion, along with the Fatal 4-Way. Back and forth. Cesaro showcased what he had in here. Just a great match all around, I thought. At one point, you had Cesaro hit a sunset flip powerbomb from the ropes. That was pretty cool. He then hits a uppercut, his European uppercut on Randy Orton. He sets up for the neutralizer. hits the neutralizer, delivers the neutralizer on Randy Orton, pins Orton for the 1, 2, 3. Antonio Cesaro beats Randy Orton with the neutralizer for the win, for the pin, and the win. Cesaro beats Randy Orton. Good match. I was marking out. I'm a big Cesaro fan. Like I said, I do like the Real Americans a lot. Swagger, Culture, and Cesaro. And Cesaro getting a win like this is huge for his career. Obviously, he's had some successful moments in his WWE career. He was U.S. champion for a long time. But I'd say this is one of the biggest wins of his WWE career, beating the champion, one of the top guys in the WWE, clean in the middle of the ring, no interference or anything. That was huge for him. Good win for Cesaro. Good way to end SmackDown. I was really pumped about it. I was marking out when Cesaro won because he's always been an underrated guy in my opinion. One of the most underrated in WWE. So it was cool to see him win a big match like that. I hope Cesaro can win the Chamber match. That's the guy I've been going for all along since I've seen all the competitors that are in it is Cesaro. But most likely he probably won't win the Chamber match. But hey, this match was good. Good way to get Cesaro over. But Randy Orton continues to get buried as champion, losing cleanly show after show. But, I mean, what are you going to do? Overall, SmackDown was really good in my opinion. One of the better ones. Overall grade I'd give SmackDown is a 7 out of 10. Again, the overall grade I'd give WWE SmackDown 7 out of 10. Hope you enjoyed this video. Check out my other videos and subscribe. Thanks, guys.